Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about, is online dating worth it, and my personal opinions on this. I don't think online dating should be the primary way of going on dates and meeting your potential partner. I truly believe that you should go in person, meet people in person. There's so much value about seeing someone face to face, and you can really rely on your gut instincts on whether this person is compatible or not. I feel like when you go on online dating, the barrier to entry is so low. All you need is a smartphone and a camera and some cash, and you can start doing whatever you want to do, right? Versus, I feel like meeting someone in person, you're able to really distinguish whether this person is bullshitting it or not. I'm not saying people can't hide their craziness in person. I truly believe they can, but I feel like the likelihood of hiding it in person is a lot lower than online. I understand, guys. Online dating is so convenient. Okay, you can be in your house, on the toilet, in your bed, and you can just swipe away. And we all think we have unlimited options. I mean, that's the way the apps are designed. It keeps you looped in by saying like, oh, there's always someone better out there. And you have to understand that, look, you cannot be equating the likes that you get on your dating profile and view it as compatible potential partners. Not everyone who likes your profile is a compatible, high quality person. Honestly, the only reason they like your profile is because they think you're hot. Okay? And just because someone thinks you're hot does not mean they're the best partner possible. It just means they're physically attracted to you. There's no way to really distinguish whether this person likes you for your intellectual capability versus just being hot. I mean, it's an online dating profile. You haven't talked yet, right? You have to understand that. And I think there's a lot of safety concerns for girls on these dating apps that no one's really addressing. I think what happens is, look, you're meeting strangers on the internet. I'm not saying meeting strangers in person is any better, but look, you could literally be anywhere in the world. And now what happens is some guys sometimes don't have the ability or confidence to talk to you in person. So people resort to these dating apps. And honestly, it's because we all fear rejection, okay? I truly believe a small minority of men, a small percentage, commit a lot of sexual assaults on dating apps. And I feel like these companies are not addressing it. Honestly, these guys are very malicious and they'll say what they need to do to get whatever happens. And that's why when you meet someone in person, their guards are really high up, because you understand online dating is a fuck ton of creeps, okay? And you have to understand that the safety is the number one priority and realize like you don't know who you're meeting. I think it's very easy to lie behind a phone and project yourself as Alexander the Great. And I think there's something magical about meeting someone in person where you can really rely on your gut instincts, see the way they carry themselves, and you can make that judgment call on your own. You're able to distinguish good versus bad behavior. I don't think dating apps is the end all be all. I think it might be supplemental to your human interactions. But look, I understand everyone's gonna be like, well, my aunt met her husband, and there's always someone telling you their success story for online dating. But understand that for every success story for online dating, there's a million horror stories that no one ever talks about. Of course, people are going to be like, oh, look how great Hinge or Bumble is. I've met my partner, my current girlfriend. I'm like, okay, but no one ever wants to talk about their bad experiences, right? No one's ever going to be like, yeah, no, I've had like a terrible date, because, it's kind of embarrassing. It's kind of embarrassing, it's like, wow, I really went on a date online with a stranger. And I'm not saying it's possible, but look, I think evil people exist everywhere, but some evil men legitimately stay in these dating apps and they just kind of ruin it all. They really take advantage and do very, very evil, fucked up things. And I feel like these dating apps should really address this, and I don't want to support that. As well as these dating apps kind of discriminate against Asian men, and we can go into that another time. But I feel like, guys, look, why would we support these companies who just take our money and they promote, I don't know, kind of like fucked up things for Asian men and put women in danger? And I'm not saying women aren't capable of protecting themselves, but I truly believe, like, look, if you Google like sexual assault and online dating, you can find a ton of resources and claims for that. And I really hope these companies address these things. I understand why online dating is a thing. It's because we're all so afraid of rejection and we feel like it's convenient. But I gotta tell you guys, meeting someone, you have to be a little uncomfortable. It can't necessarily just be convenient. I'm not saying you got to go out of your way 100%, but look, if you increase the odds of going out in public, the probability of meeting a high quality person significantly increases. If you go and pursue hobbies that you're legitimately passionate about, I think it's a great way to meet your potential partner, because now you're hanging out with someone and doing things you truly enjoy as well as she enjoys, and you have some common ground. And I think by doing these activities over time, you truly get to know someone, and then you can pull the trigger of being like, hey, you're really cool, we're compatible. Yes, cool, let's do it. And I think there's also some beauty in the story you tell about how you met your partner. I think, if you tell someone like, hey, me and my girlfriend just ran into each other when we were gassing up our vehicles. This is something cute like that. I mean, my current story is, look, I met my current girlfriend through a mutual friend in my apartment building, versus just be like, yeah, we met on Hinge. Like, I mean, for me, that's not a great fucking story. It's like, oh, we met on Hinge, and cool, if your relationship's great, like, that's amazing. But I truly believe that a lot of bad dates happen because of dating apps. Okay. And the thing is, if dating apps were so successful, wouldn't everyone who was on it be in a relationship with the most compatible partners? And guys, you gotta look at the ratio. There's more men on these dating apps than girls. So if you think of supply and demand, there's a lot more competition. And I mean, you can look at the data, but like, it's not like every man on these dating profiles is killing it on dates. It's like 20% of men are getting 80% of the results. So what about the men that get left out? Guys, hop off. Go work on yourself, pursue your hobbies, realize you are whole, do things to truly improve yourself, okay? Do it for yourself, right? And if you're gonna go meet people, go in person. There's a lot to do, because look, I think finding friends and building relationships just in general and friendships is very important. You have to develop a great social circle and network of friends before you can just go and date someone. Because I truly believe that, look, if you start dating someone and she's like, hey, why don't you bring your friends out and we can go hang out? And you're like, sorry, I don't have any friends. Like, that's kind of a red flag. Like, fuck, like, you're telling me you don't have one or two friends you can like bring along. And that's the issue. I feel like as men, we lack community. We lack in-depth relationships. So go out and find that. And I think having a guy have your back is absolutely amazing, because you don't know who they know, right? And also develop like female friendships where there's just no legitimate intimacy. It's just like you guys care about each other, but you guys aren't trying to date each other. I think it's a great way. I think learning to communicate with the opposite sex is super important. And it's great because if you're a great guy, they can introduce you to their girlfriends. And I think meeting through mutual friends is the absolute best way, because now your friend is like your cover letter. She's speaking up for you and be like, yeah, this guy's such an amazing guy. And I mean, it's kind of like super easy, because if you're getting set up, I mean, she's only told you great things about her friend and only told her friend great things about you. So by the time you meet, like, you're both just so happy and enthusiastic. Like, I don't know, it's like the success rate significantly goes up versus meeting someone in public. You have to understand, guys, if you're meeting a stranger in public, some girls are very hesitant because they don't know who you are. So you could be the greatest guy ever, but you don't understand. She could possibly be approached by like 100 creepy dudes. And she's like, whoa, 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 who are you? I just got talked to by 100 guys. You're the 101st and you seem normal. Like, what's the catch? So just realize sometimes girls are timid for safety reasons. Okay, and maybe it's not you. If you're acting cool, chalant, and she's really into you, I mean, guys, like, just slow it down and realize things will happen on its own accord. So, rant, is online dating worth it? Probably not, guys. If that's your only way of meeting people because you're in a small town, then maybe find a better location to move to and just find friends, okay? I'm not saying you should move cities specifically for women, but just think about it. If you're in a small town and you're not really running into anyone, there might be less job opportunities in general. Is there a case for online dating? Probably. I think it could be used as a supplement to your human interactions, because I understand, like, sometimes we're super busy and we don't have time to go out on Friday or Saturday to go, I don't know. I wouldn't even say go out, like, go pursue an activity you enjoy. Okay, I'm not saying go out on Friday and Saturday to the bars to go meet people. There are significantly better ways to meet people, but I understand there's a case that if you're so fucking busy, you can't even go out. But I'm also gonna say, like, look, if you're so busy, are you really in the right place to even have a relationship? There's some guys I used to hang out with, they're like, oh, I'm so busy, I don't have time to go out. And I'm like, okay, define going out. First of all, I'm not saying go to a bar. You're telling me you can't pursue something or some hobby you truly enjoy that's a group activity. And I was gonna say, look, if you work so much and you have to use online dating as your last resort, how the hell are you gonna hang out with her? Like, it's like people say they're so busy, and I'm like, okay, if you're so busy where you can't meet people, how are you gonna maintain a friendship? Because you can't maintain our relationship right now, let alone a new one. Like, what are you gonna do? Right? See them once every 3 weeks, and if that works for you, cool. But I feel like time and investment, the thing to really grow a relationship. And I understand we're all so afraid to get hurt and we prioritize other things, but of course, put your own needs first and focus on your mission, your purpose and stuff. But also realize you're gonna have to devote some time into building a relationship. You can't neglect something and have it grow. It doesn't have to be your entire life, but look, if you really care about someone, you're obviously gonna devote a good amount of your time to them, but you can't neglect yourself, right? If you neglect yourself, then that's a problem. So if you want to talk about this further, please email me at bedroomtalksconsult@gmail.com and book a one-on-one consultation. It's quite affordable. It's in the description below. If you want to see what I'm up to, follow me on Instagram at m.deep20. As always, I wish you the best. Namaste.